Hello guys and girls, this is Akash Kaushik again, and as all of you know, 12th class exam is just around the corner. It's on 27. So I am just uploading some videos to help out the students of class 12 so that they can achieve 100% marks in their exam of computer science. So my today's topic is file handling. In CBSE board exam, it will be your question number 4. All of you will be very much aware with the exam pattern, as all of you have maybe attempted 2 or 3 pre-boards previously. So it will be question number 4. It contains 3 parts and total weightage of this part will be around 8 marks. There will be 3 questions. First one based on seek-G, seek-P, tell-G, tell-P functions. It will be a 1 mark. Second one is based on get line and input operator. It will 3 or 4 marks. And next one is based on read and write function, or it will be about 3 or 4 marks again. So let's discuss all 3 type of question one by one. First question, type 1 question. Let's start with the question of get line or input operator question. This type of question will be mainly second part of the 4th question. The question will like to count or to display words, characters or lines from an already existing file. So I am giving this one tip. For character, if they are asking to display or to count character, you have to use get function. If they are asking you to read words, then you have to use input operator. And if they are asking you to read or display lines, then you have to use get line function. Now I am covering question of all 3 type: word, character and based on line. Like question number 1, write a function in C++ to count the number of uppercase alphabets present in a text file article.txt. I am going to tell you some simple steps to solve this type of question. So steps to be followed will be: first of all, you have to start the function. Like we are preparing the function to count uppercase characters, so I have named it void count upper. Then bracket will be start. Then second step will be declare stream and open file using that stream. I have created here if stream fin and I open the file article.txt. Next step will be to declare variables as needed. For example, to count, to read, word, line or character. So in this question we have to count the uppercase character, so I have taken here one counter variable, and I have to read character from the file, so I have taken one character variable. Then next step will be start while loop, then while fin. This step will read character from file one by one up to the end of file. That's why I write here fin. Fin will store 0 when the pointer of file will reach to 0. Next step, read data from file as required. Like in this question we have to read character, and I already mentioned for character we have to use get function. So I write here fin.get and bracket ch to store the character in ch. Next step will be process as required. According to question it will change. Like in this question we have to count up uppercase character, so I have checked here that the character read it from file if is upper ch is in uppercase, then we will count plus the counter, otherwise nothing. Then close the while loop, display the line. Now count cout number of uppercase character in file counter, and at last close the file and the function. So these are the steps that we will follow in every question of file handling of this type. For example, the same question in one step: write a function in C++ to count the number of uppercase alphabet present in a text file. Firstly, declare the function, then open the file, if stream fin article.txt, declare variables ch and counter to store the counting, and ch to store the character, start the loop, read a character, process as required. If it is in uppercase, then I increase the value of counter. At last, display the value as required. Number of uppercase alphabet in file is value of counter. Close the file, close the function. In the same way, if question will be of to read up number character, it will be based on words. Write a function to count and print the number of complete words as 2 and r. We have to count the occurrence of 2 and r in the file so.txt. Same step will be followed. Firstly, declare function void save words. Next step, open up the file using string fin essay.txt. Next step, declare variables. So in this question we have to read up words. So I have declared a string of 20 character to store a word. Next one, I have to count the words, then again a counter variable count equal to 0. In the same way, start while loop. Now I have to read word, and I already mentioned to read word we have to use input operator. Like scene, we have to use here fin stream because we are reading from the file essay.txt. Fin input operator st, it will read a word from the file. Next step, process as required. We have to check whether it is 2 or r, then we will increase the counter by 1. So if string cmpi st is equal to 2 or st equal to r, then we will increase the counter. At last, total number of 2 and r words are count. Close the file, close the function. Next question or next type of question. If they are asking you to read up lines, write a function in C++ to display lines starting with alphabet A or alphabet E present in a text file lines.txt. So in this question we have to read lines from the file and we have to display only the lines starting with alphabet A or alphabet E on the screen. The same step, firstly declare the function void display lines, then open up the file string fin lines.txt. Then variables as needed, we have only to read up the lines. So I have taken here a string of 100 characters to store a line. Next step, start while loop, then again read a line. And I already mentioned to read a line we have to use getLine function to fin.getLine st, 100, the length of string. Next process as required, we have to check whether first character of line is A or E. So first character will be stored at position 0. So I have checked if str0 equals to A or str0 equals to E, or it will be small a or it will be small e, then we have to display that line. In the same way, close the function, close the file. So it was type 1 question. Moving on, type 2 question. It will be based on file storing data in form of objects of class or structure variable formation. In this question, a class or a structure formation will be given to you for the reference, and read and write function will be used to read the data of this type. Prototype of read and write function, you have to mention the stream name dot read char star and object name comma size of object name. In the same way, write function stream name dot write and same as read function. The steps to solve this type of question will be same as discussed in type 2, but the difference will be just to read data we will use read function, to write we will use write function, and to store that data we will use object of class type, as data stored in the file will be of object or variable of structure. So we will use that type of variable or object to store up the data from file. And to process the data of object we will use class member function. Like I am taking a 2 example, one of class and one of structure. Now given a binary file bus.dat contains record of this type: bus number, description, distance. One public function read to read up the data, one display to display the data, and one accessor function to access the value of distance. Now we have to write a function that would read content of bus.dat file and display detail of those buses which travel the distance more than 100 km. The steps will be same as discussed in type 1 question. Firstly, we have to create function like a void display records, then open up the file string fin bus.dat, variables as needed. We have to read up record of bus type, so I have created here an object of class bus obj. Same way, start function, or start while loop, while fin, read up the record. Now to read up an object we will use read function, fin.read char star and object name obj, size of object name obj. Now we have to check whether the value of distance is more than 100 or not. As we know, we can't access variables of private type directly. So in this question we have given an accessor function return distance to check up the value of distance. So we'll use this function. If object.return distance is greater than 100, if it will return value greater than 100, then object.display function will be called and value of that particular object will be displayed on screen. Otherwise it will be skipped. In the same way, close the function, close the file. Next question based on a structure variable. Here we are given a binary file sports.dat containing the record of following structure type: structure sports, character event and character participants. We have to write a function C+ that would read content from file sports.dat and create a file name athletic.dat and copy only those records where sports name is athletics. So in short, we have to copy the records of athletic records from sports to athletic file. Same way, start function void copy record. Now we have to open up both the files sports and athletic, and sports in input mode, so I have taken here if stream, athletics in output mode, I have taken here off stream, fin and fout. Now to read up the record, to store up the record, I have taken here sports game, a variable of structure sports. Same way, start while loop. Firstly we have to read the record, fin.read character star and structure variable name, size of structure variable name. It will load a variable of structure type into variable game. Now I have to check whether the event name is athletic or not. So if string cmpi game.event, value of event in the variable game is equal to athletics or not. If it is equal to athletic, we will write that record into the second file athletics.dat using fout.read function. In the same way, close both the files and close the function as well. The last function, last type of question, it will be kind of fill in the blank type of function using seekg, seekp, tellg, tellp, read or write function. We have discussed read or write function previously, so let me tell you about seekg, seekp, tellg and tellp function. Seekg and tellg are function of upstream file and seekp and tellp are function of offstream class. But if we are dealing with upstream class, we can use any function seekg, seekp, tellg, tellp, as tellg and tellp have same working and seekg and seekp have same working. Seekg and tellg and tellp are used to get the current position of file cursor or pointer, and seekg and seekp are used to move or place the file cursor or pointer at a desired location. For example, if you want to get the current pointer position of a file, we will use tellp function. Like if the stream name is fin, we will use int pos to store up the position, an integer variable equal to fin.tellp. Tellp will return the current file position pointer and it will be stored in variable pos. In the same way, talking about seekp and seekg, the prototype will be seekg position value and mode. Now we have here three type of mode: iOS beginning, iOS end, iOS current. If we want to move the file pointer starting from the beginning, we will use iOS beginning. It is also the default file mode. So if we want to move the pointer from beginning, we don't need to mention iOS beginning. It is default. Now if you want to move the pointer from end, then we will use iOS end. If you want to move the file pointer from its current position backward or forward from its current position, then we will use iOS current. Here are some examples. For example, if you want to place the file pointer in beginning of the file, we will use fin.seek p0 or fin.seek g0 or fin.seek p0 comma is beginning. As is beginning is default, so it depends on you. You want to declare it or you don't want to declare it. At its default, it will be by default consider as is beginning. Now, to place file pointer 5 points back from the end of file, fin.seek g is end, it will place the cursor at end position, and -5 point back from the end position. Now, to place the file pointer 10 points forward from its current position, fin.seek b 5 fin.seek b 10 comma is current, 10 point forward from its current position. If you want to place the file pointer at the end of the file, we will use fin.seek g0 comma is end, 0 point from end position, that means at the end position. If you want to place the file pointer 10 points back from the current position, then you will use -10 into current comma current is current. Okay, this question will be in fill in the blank type, then 99% it will be on modify record of a file. Let us firstly discuss the process of modify content of a file. Consider a file containing record of 4 bits each, R1 0 to 4, R2 5 to 8, R3, R4, R5. Suppose we want to modify the record R4. Then firstly we have to process all the records R1, R2, R3, R4, and you will load R4. But when you will load R4, the cursor of the file pointer will be at the starting position of R5. The whole record will be covered by the cursor. So you will load the record R4 into an object and modify the content of that object, but after that you have to write up the record back on its position. Again, rewrite the value of R4, but our cursor position it as end of R5. So we have to firstly move the cursor position at beginning of R4 at this position, and then we will write up the modified record back on the file, so that modified value will be right on the file. So after placing the file pointer at appropriate position, we will call the write function to write up the modified record back in file. Now let's discuss this task in coding way. We have two or three methods to perform this task. First method, you can store the beginning value of R4 before reading the record. I have stored the value 13 before reading the record. Then we will read up the record, modify it, and then we will call the function seekp with the value 12, and then we'll write up the record back. Like before reading the record, I have called here tellp function ps.fill.tellg. It will store the beginning position of record 4 into variable pus. Then I will read up the record, I will modify it, then I will call up seekp function with value pus. It will place the file pointer at pus position, starting position of the record R4. Then we will call up the write-up function. Second method, we will read the record, modify the object, then we will call up the function fin.seekp with -1 into size of object, and it is just one record further from its current position. So we will call -1 into size of, suppose size of object is 4 bits. Then from current position we have to move only 4 points backward. In the same way, -1 into size of object, it will give up the value -4 comma is current. So it will move 4 bits backward from its current position. That will be the starting position of R4, and then we will call up the write function. Method 3, in the same way, at the point of seekp function we will call fin.tellg into size of object. Sorry, window tells you minus size of object. Window tells you will give the current position of pointer and minus size of one object. It will make it move to the one record backward. In fill in the blank question, you have to just check the name of object, stream name, stream type, and whether the program is storing the position of record prior to read a new record, like mentioned in part 1, method 1, or he is using method 2 or method 3, and fill the blanks accordingly to method 1 or 3, 1, 2 or 3 as required. Thanks for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe, as I am going to upload some more videos of this type to help up students for class 12th computer science before your exams. For any queries and complete confusion, please do comment in comment box or mail me at akashkumar@gmail.com. Please don't forget to like, subscribe or comment. Thank you. Thanks for watching.